बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, आपको मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है?
जी सर।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। आज का सेशन स्टार्ट करते हैं एंड इन दिस सेशन हमें जो है वो नेटवर्क लेयर जो है इसके ऊपर जो डिफरेंट प्रिंसिपल्स हैं और नेटवर्क लेयर के ऊपर जो प्राइमरीली जो सर्विसेज हैं उनको हमने देखना है। और उम्मीद है कि स्टूडेंट थोड़े और ज्वाइन कर लेंगे। सो द गोल हेयर इज to understand the principle behind the network layer services, network layer service models, forwarding versus routing, how a router works, what is actually routing, then the broadcast and multicast. इसको अगर हम थोड़ा सा एक नटशेल में समझ लें तो थोड़ा आसानी हो जाएगी कि अगरचे नेटवर्क लेयर के बहुत सारे काम हैं, लेकिन दो का जो है वो प्रिंसिपली हम जो है उनको स्टडी करते हैं। पहली चीज़ जो है वो राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम्स हैं, और ये राउटिंग एल्गोरिदम्स जो हैं ये क्या करते हैं, ये शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ और इसी तरीके से डिस्टेंस वेक्टर जो एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाने का जो रास्ता है उसको मालूम करते हैं और उसकी बेसिस पे जो है वो एक टेबल जनरेट करते हैं। दैट टेबल इज हैव डिफरेंट नेम्स, लेकिन आमतौर पे हम इसको फॉरवर्डिंग टेबल के नाम से जो है वो जानते हैं। तो प्राइमरी फंक्शन जो है नेटवर्क लेयर पे हाउ टू primarily make this forwarding table. Another function जो मुझे इससे पहले बताना चाहिए था वो है इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल एड्रेसिंग। So the IP addresses, so a number which is assigned to a node in a manner कि उसको जो है वो इंटरनेट के ऊपर यूनिकली आइडेंटिफाई किया जा सके। Initially, there was a single static configuration of IP addresses. Gradually, it is replaced with the dynamic allocation of IP addresses and also facilitated through the network address translation and other mechanisms which can introduce different nodes टू द कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क, ताकि वो जो कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क के ऊपर जो सर्विसेज हैं उनको जो है वो एक्सेस कर सके। Another function which is also exist but less commonly studied is the connection service या connection establishment at the network layer। अगर से हमने जो कनेक्शन एस्टेब्लिशमेंट है वो टीसीपी लेयर के ऊपर पड़ा है, और जो टीसीपी लेयर है उसके ऊपर हमने जाना कि हो टीसीपी कम्युनिकेशन यूजिंग ए 3-way हैंडशेकिंग establish a connection, and then after using the connection it then disconnect the connection। ये लास्ट टाइम जो हमारा लेक्चर था उसमें हम इन चीज़ों को जो है वो देख रहे थे। तो अब ये चीज़ें जो हैं जो मैं आपके सामने आउटलाइन की हैं इनको अब हम समझते हैं बाय यूजिंग दिस लेक्चर स्लाइड्स। इफ देयर इज एनी क्वेश्चन आप यहाँ पोस्ट कर सकते हैं। Okay, according to the sections inside this chapter, we have a brief introduction of the network layer, then virtual circuit establishment, virtual LAN primarily, and the datagram networks, how primarily these two different concepts are being used. And what is inside a router? This is very interesting because router run three layers, which are the lower level layers, जिसमें हमारे पास जो है physical layer, data link layer and network layer. So these three layers are at the router, and router is responsible to primarily use these three layers. Then the internet protocol, remember TCP/IP reference model, उसमें जो है वो TCP के साथ IP या इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल का भी जिक्र होता है. So it's a famous reference model. So its format of IP आज के दिन में तो हम नहीं पढ़ सकेंगे, हम 3 सेक्शन ही कंप्लीट कर पाएंगे. So internet protocol will be covered in our next section, in which the format and also the addressing, and similarly some other utilities are the protocols which are under the heading of internet IP. Then the routing algorithms, although there are many, but we only cover the mention in the book. इसमें जो है वो link state और distance vector है, and also some hierarchical routing. So these routing algorithms make a routing table, and similarly there are protocols on the internet which are primarily used to do the same thing for the edge routers and inside the internet. And last topic is on the broadcast and multicast routing. इंशाल्लाह हम next जो lecture होगा उसमें हम इसको complete कर पाएंगे इंशाल्लाह. Today our focus is on these three sections, और इसमें हमने introduction, we will cover the introduction, the virtual circuit and datagram networks, and the router construction. So if you have any question, you can type on the chat window, जो कि मैंने open कर दी है right side में. And also we will be having attendance in our next section, next session. So this book uses a model, जो कि हमें इसमें नज़र आ रहा है, ये model network diagram. And in this model network diagram, it primarily shows that there are different network nodes, and these nodes include the client machine or client system, as well as the server system, and these systems run the full stack of the reference model, which is from application, the top layer, to the bottom layer, the physical layer. But the everything inside and routers especially, they run three lower layers, that is physical, data link and the network layer. हम एप्लीकेशन लेयर से और ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर से गुजर के आए हैं और नेटवर्क लेयर तक पहुँचे हैं. हमारा जो स्कीम ऑफ स्टडी है उसमें हमने एप्लीकेशन लेयर से स्टार्ट किया था. प्रोसेस के बाद हम जो है वो यानी क्लाइंट सर्वर जो और पीयर टू पीयर इन प्रोसेस पे, ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर पे हमने यूडीपी और टीसीपी को थोड़ा स्टडी किया था स्टेट मशीन्स की मदद से, और अब हम नेटवर्क लेयर पे हैं. सो द ट्रांसपोर्ट सेगमेंट फ्रॉम sending to the receiving host. So the network layer primarily work on the transport segments, and its task is to receive the transport segment and send through the network layer. Suppose this network layer, all the network layers are connected. थोड़ी देर के लिए सोचें कि only communication is possible on the network layer. So then this network layer receives the segments from the transport layer, and then it encapsulate or form what is called datagrams, and then it sends to the through the network to the receiving host or to the target or to the destination. और receiving end पे it do the reverse, जो कि primarily it receives those datagrams and then it primarily pass to the upper layer. इस चीज को यहाँ इन्होंने लिख दिया है. So on sending side it encapsulates the segment into the datagrams, जो कि IP packets भी कहलाते हैं. On receiving side, it delivers segments to the transport layer, and the network layer protocols exist on every host, including the routers. So this is the first true layer in which the virtual communication can be envisioned throughout the network. Whereas on the top layer, अगर हम transport layer की बात करें, so the routers do not run the transport layer, and similarly they do not run the application layer. Although we do know that there are some devices in the name of gateways and similarly firewalls and other application layer devices जो कि primarily appliances कहलाती हैं. They can run the full stack, लेकिन उनको थोड़ी देर के लिए फिल्टर करते हैं. We do not consider them at this point in time. इस स्टेज में हम उनको कंसिडर नहीं कर रहे, and we consider only the routers in between the client and the server, and they all run the network. So router examines the header fields in all IP datagrams passing through it. So this is very important because router has to receive the signals through the physical layer, and based on those signals it has to primarily consult to the data link layer, जिसका अभी हमने फंक्शन जो है वो नहीं पढ़े हैं. अभी नेक्स्ट हम जो है वो पढ़ेंगे, बट जो अंडरग्रेड में ये स्टडी करके आए हैं, they know that it is deals with the MAC addresses and also the frame format and other services which are associated with the data link layer, and then the information reaches to the network layer, which is the IP. So the IP header is then studied by the network layer, and then usually a router forward packet from one link to another link based on the forwarding table. जो उसके पास मालूमात हैं उसकी बेसिस के ऊपर उसको आगे बढ़ाता है. So this is just a overview of the network layer in which this थोड़ा सा एनिमेशन भी उन्होंने बनाया है कि how the packet actually travels through the network. So the key network layer functions are forwarding and the routing. So forwarding means move packets from router's input to the appropriate router output. So basically forwarding की जब हम बात करेंगे, we are talking about the router internals. जो router का inside operation है उसकी हम बात कर रहे हैं. So the routing, when we talk about the routing determine the route taken by packets from source to destination. So this primarily function is better understood through this analogy. लेकिन इसमें मैं एक छोटी सी चीज़ ऐड करना चाहूँगा, वो ये है कि routing is primarily a function which is established by the communication between different routing devices. जो राउटिंग डिवाइसेस की कम्युनिकेशन है आपस में, जिसमें वो एक दूसरे को आइडेंटिफाई करके और उसके बाद फिर इंटरनल जो है वो एक टेबल बनाते हैं जो कि फॉरवर्डिंग टेबल कहलाता है. सो द एनालॉजी अगर हम देखें, सो द राउटिंग इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ प्लानिंग ए ट्रिप फ्रॉम सोर्स टू डेस्टिनेशन. सो राउटिंग मीन्स दैट वी हैव टू पास थ्रू मल्टीपल इंटरसेक्शंस, जो कि फॉरवर्डिंग में फॉरवर्डिंग इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ गेटिंग थ्रू ए सिंगल इंटरचेंज, यानी सिंगल राउटर की बात हो रही है। थोड़ा इसको अगर मैं ड्रा कर दूँ, जो ये कहना चाह रहे हैं कि दैट मीन वी हैव ए नोड 1, देन वी हैव नोड 2, जो कि आपस में कम्युनिकेट करना चाह रहे हैं, and between these nodes there are multiple routers or intersections। और थोड़ा सा इस डायग्राम को मज़ीद थोड़ा सा बनाने के लिए, so these are the routers, and similarly we have the systems, and on each side we have multiple links, and similarly we have different links from source to uh, sender to receiver. Okay, so there are multiple routes, so every router can be think that we are having an interchange, so each router is considered like an interchange. So whenever a packet comes to that router, then the router has to decide which link it has to go. So if they are labeled as 1, 2, and 3, to reach this destination, the router has to forward this packet to link marked with 3, label 3. Then after reaching here, if it is marked like 1, 2, and 3, 3 and 4, then this router has to send this packet to primarily link number 2. So the analogy is that someone planned a trip from let's say uh, place 1 place A to place B. Then there in this route there are multiple interchanges, and let's say this is interchange 1 or router 1, and similarly we have a router 2. So these interchanges, the packet has to primarily find the way out of this router and then finally reach to point B. So according to this analogy, routing is a process of planning a trip from source to destination. We have a source, we have a destination, and this is a planning process. And then forwarding is a process of getting through single interchange. So the forwarding is limited to passing through a single interchange. So hope students जो हैं वो इस चीज़ को understand कर सकते हैं। ये analogy are sometime important to understand complex concepts, and these concepts then afterwards become easier to remember and then for application. यहाँ अगर किसी का कोई सवाल है तो वो पूछ सकते हैं। Then we forward to the next slide. So if there is no question, we move forward. So the routing and forwarding, how they primarily interplay, or what is the relation between them. As you can see in this diagram, the routing algorithm primarily generates the output, which usually become which usually the information used to formulate a forwarding table. So this example is a local forwarding table, or a forwarding table at the router. So the header value, जो के बाद में हम जो IP पैकेट है उससे हम, so the header value contain different binary sequences, and these values primarily are linked with some output link. So whenever a header is having, let's say, 0100 value, its destination is known by this forwarding table is link number 3. And similarly, uh, for 0101, ये randomly लिखे गए हैं 0101, the output link 2, and similarly 0111 again 2, and 10001 again 1. So this is primarily linked with this router, and the links are marked with 1, are labeled with 1, 2, and 3. So from one link, this router receives a packet with this header having a value, जो कि address है primary. So the value, and it has to decide कि इसको किस link पे भेजना है. Then the router consult with the forwarding table and see where this value matches. So after this lookup, the router then send this packet to link number 2. So from this, we have to recognize multiple concepts. Those concepts include every router, हर router जो है, it is primarily having a forwarding table, and it is also running a routing algorithm. This is a conventional setup. New techniques जो कि आज के दिन में हमें मालूम है, they can primarily isolate these two tasks as well. But initially, जो plan हुआ, जो design हुआ, in which every router has these two functions built in. So one is a routing algorithm. So every router has a routing algorithm, and also they are having a table, which is the forwarding table, based on which a packet received is forwarded to the next router or the destination, for example. तो हम यहाँ से ये भी सोच सकते हैं कि if this value is a different value, for example this value, then it will go to link 3. And if this value is not in the table, okay, if this value is not in the table, then there should be some default value, some header with some other value should be output to some default value, जो कि यहाँ show नहीं किया गया है. So this is how it primarily goes. So routing algorithm determines end-to-end path through the network, and forwarding table determines the local forwarding at this route. थोड़ा मैं ये जो annotations मैंने यूज किए हैं इनको मैं मिटाना चाहूँगा, इनको मैं erase करना चाहूँगा, so that we can proceed to the next slide. So there is also other functions which lie on the network layer, and they exist in some network architectures. Remember, there are multiple architectures around us, and these architectures we will study a few of them. Asynchronous transfer mode, which is primarily fiber optic based, similarly frame relay, and X.25. These are different computer architectures, and in these architectures, because these are old architectures, there's a facility of connection setup at the network layer. So if it exists and it is available, then before datagram flow, two end hosts and intervening routers establish what is called a virtual connection. So after establishment of that virtual connection, this virtual connection is used, and which provides the ease. and routers primarily update their forwarding table to accommodate the transfer of information or the transfer of packets. So what is the difference in connection establishment which is established at the transport layer, and what is established at the network layer? So in the network layer between two hosts, uh, it is established between two hosts. Hosts mean there are two physical machines. Whereas that at transport layer, the connection is established between two processes. So that means it is not a physical, but it's a logical connection established. So this is the difference between the network and the transport layer connection services. So with this concept, we move ahead. So what service model for channel transporting datagram from sender to receive? So we are talking about the network service model, and the service is, remember, always provided to the upper layer. So the network services are for the transport layer. So example services for the individual datagrams, which are primarily formulated at the network layer. So guaranteed delivery and guaranteed delivery within some time bound. जिसको हम quality of service concept भी कहते हैं. So example services for a flow of datagrams, in order datagram delivery, जिसमें हमने sequence numbers पढ़े थे transport layer पे. So guaranteed minimum bandwidth to flow and restrictions on changes in the interpacket spacing. So there are multiple concepts here, जिसमें कुछ concept हम पढ़ चुके हैं already, but few concepts are new for us, as far as जो हम content cover करते आ रहे हैं. इसमें सबसे पहले जो concept है वो quality of service. Whenever there is a guaranteed delivery, जो कि कुछ applications में required होती है, for example voice communication. So अगर वॉइस कम्युनिकेशन में कुछ सेकंड्स का फर्क आ जाए तो वॉइस चेंज हो जाती है. सिमिलरली देयर आर अदर एप्लीकेशंस, डेटा कम्युनिकेशन और रियल टाइम कम्युनिकेशन, इन विच देयर हैज सम गारंटी which should be provided. So this guarantee is set on this network service model. And similarly, on the bandwidth, some applications require a particular bandwidth availability to function properly. For example, video conferencing is one application in which some bandwidth has to be ensured. Another application you might be familiar with is available, for example, if you go to any lab collection point of Aga Khan University Hospital, they are using the remote desktop protocol RDP connection to the main servers. So for the RDP connection, there has to have some bandwidth which should be available so that the RDP connection do not suffer the degradation or the network जो communication में artifacts appear होते हैं. So to avoid those, और आप देखें radiology applications, for example, a doctor is primarily examining the digital X-ray of a patient from a remote lab collection point or remote healthcare facility. If the network suffers the bandwidth problem, then there will be problem in the disease diagnostics because some part of the image may not be properly visible or may have some loss of information. Similarly, there is also in order इसमें ज़्यादा time नहीं लगाऊंगा in order datagram delivery because datagram sequences and the numbers of those datagrams are mentioned already in the transport जब हम discuss कर रहे थे. But this is very important restriction on changes in the inter-packet spacing. So this concept is new here. Inter-packet spacing is a phenomena which is better understood if we can draw a diagram. So whenever the packets are transmitted, there is some space between them, some time space, okay? Because they are put on the network after some random amount of time. And that's why some research is on the random sequence or random number generators. So the time can be randomized for those packets retransmission or the first time transmission. So there should be some time that may be guaranteed between, let's say, अगर यहाँ T और यहाँ पे जो है वो T2 है, then these times should either T1 or T2 should be under some allow time, let's say T, some time T should be less than some time T. And similarly, this time should be greater than some थोड़ा यहाँ लिखने में ज़रा वो हो गया है, but anyhow it should also be greater than some specified time. उसको मैं जो है वो किसी और लेटर से रिप्रेजेंट कर देता हूँ, let's say some minimum time, okay, some maximum time and some minimum time, okay. So the packet whenever one packet is on the wire, the other packet should be on the wire in between these maximum and minimum times. So these maximum and minimum times primarily generate what is called the inter-packet spacing. और आप जानते हैं कि this spacing is not a valid term when we talk about the packets, because the actual term should be used is the timing. Okay, so there should be some proper timing arrangements when the packets are put on the wire or on the physical medium. So this is another concept when we talk about the guarantees and the quality of service, then these primarily terms popped up. ये अचानक आ जाएंगी और उसके बाद जो है वो सारी चीज़ें जो है वो आगे पीछे हो जाएंगी. So after having this, there are some service models. Primarily, whenever we want to implement a service, then we have to have servers architecture and then service model. Architecture is primarily a general guideline, whereas model is a specific guideline which can be primarily implemented. So some books primarily do not अगर ये सेशन हम कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तो फिर हम यहीं से दोबारा शुरू करेंगे और तकरीबन 10 मिनट के बाद हम शुरू करेंगे. सेकंड सेशन में हमारी अटेंडेंस भी होगी इंशाल्लाह. सो वी वेट अबाउट 10 मिनट्स फॉर आवर नेक्स्ट सेशन टू स्टार्ट. उसमें हम यहाँ से आर्किटेक्चर और मॉडल्स और उनकी इम्प्लीमेंटेशन की बात करते हुए जो है वो आगे बढ़ेंगे.